Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 43 of our Minnesota Twins rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 27. Last we left off, and I must be honest with you, if you did not watch last episode, I would never recommend skipping an episode of mine. That seems like bad bit of business. However, um, this was our May. There is no easy way around it. This is the worst month we had in the entirety of the save. 5 years in, we had a 15 game losing streak all told. We only won one series in the entire month of May. We took two out of three from the Orioles. We did win this Guardian series, but one of the games was in June. Whether that counts or not, I'll leave up to you. Did split a 2 game set against the A's, but overall, horrendous. And the defining factor was very simple: our offense died. If you just look through and with the red text, it is a little hard to see. We scored more than 4 runs only 3 times. We scored 7 against the Nats in a win, 5 against the Orioles in the win, and then 6 against the A's. Other than that, it's 4 runs or less. We were shut out, held to 1 run here, 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 here. Not great. We made some moves for the second season in a row. I have traded Adley Rushman, this time around to the Cincinnati Reds. If you're curious, he just went on an insane hot streak over the past week. Has got his OPS up to 916 with the Reds. So, good for him. But unfortunately, he just refused to hit the baseball well, and I'm sick and tired of it. But it is kind of funny that I have now traded Adley Rushman not once, but twice. In funny news, so Luke Keeschel, for almost all of this season, has been suffering from a strained ribcage muscle. That took 7 weeks to heal. When he initially got the injury on stream, I debated moving him to the IL because it affected his hitting and running minimally. I eventually decided against it. Had I put him on the IL, he would have been out almost 2 months. I don't even want to dream of what our offense would have looked like without him. He had, picked up two, couple day injuries since then, but nothing too crazy. In the corresponding move for Adley Rushman being traded, we called up Henry Mendez, who has been our fifth outfielder for the past 3 seasons. And I think we're at the point where, similarly with Alan Roden last season, if it doesn't work this year, we're just going to wipe our hands of it. And then Trey Morgan has been our essentially everyday DH ever since. He has been okay. I think the on base percentage of a 363 is awesome. We take that and like it. 404 slug is a little shaky, but he's never been a huge power guy. He's much more contact based. And he is going to be our DH for at least a little bit. In the struggle bus at the moment, Kalen Culpepper, who has had a couple of good games as of late, but his average is still way below a 200, OPS of 445. The injury he suffered, the sprained ankle, knocked him out 2 months. He's just never really recovered. And unfortunately, I think if he continues to struggle, we may look to move him at the deadline. We'll see. Also, unfortunately, his defense has officially taken a pretty big hit in the zone rating department. He's on pace to times this by 6. So, not great. He does only have one error, which isn't too bad. But if he doesn't get it going, we might be in trouble. A prospect of note that would probably get called up to replace him is Sergio Jimenez, who was in Double A for about half of last season, most of the season so far, or all of the season so far. The obvious problem, though, he can't really play defense. He is above average range, but everything else is terrible. So if we do call up Sergio, it will be to be a DH. And at that point, he is an average bat with above average gap power and power. Don't know if that's quite worth it. But he is only 23. So we'll see if Sergio can ever make an impact. This does mean I have a bajillion infielders right now. So I think Shy Robinson, unfortunately for you, my friend, your time in Minnesota has come to an end. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. That's still way too many. I think Acuna. I like Acuna though, but I think we're gonna go ahead and release Acuna and release. Do I want to cut Bill Allen? I like Bill Allen. I just traded for Bill Allen. It would seem silly to cut him. He also. I'm gonna have him drop back down to Double A and keep him there. That's my current plan. Also on prospect watch, Jesse Gonzalez, our potential future first baseman in Double A, has been doing pretty good for himself thus far. It does, however, look like there is no power in his bat whatsoever. So if he struggles to hit for contact, we may be in trouble. Off stream, I played through 3 series. Against the Red Sox, we lost 2 out of 3. A's, we split 1-1, and then they moved. A game got suspended. Where is it? Yeah, and it got moved to now we have a doubleheader coming out of the All Star break, which is kind of funny from an optics perspective. And then the Guardians, we took 2 out of 3, and now we have the New York and the Yankees staring down our dome. But before we look at that, it is now June, which means we get to look at the rookie draft. Now, we were projected to pick number 12, and we're picking 3. Even more stunningly, the Nationals pick is a comp pick at number 2. Now, if you want to know who they lost, where is my. Is that under history? No. Draft log? No. Or maybe I can't see it from the screen. The fact that it tells me here, like who they lost and got it, but it doesn't tell me here who the Nationals lost to get the pick is. So you're telling me Matt Wallner was worth a comp pick? Man, if I knew that, I wanted to trade him. Who did the. I really scrolled down so far. Because at first I thought. Was it James Wood? Was that who? No, he's hurt. Who did the Nats lose? Kirby Okamoto, Will Langeliers, Kirby Miller. Weird. I'll figure it out. I'll do some digging. So we need to look at prospects. In terms of our organization and the pipeline, I think we're still pretty heavy in AA and AAA. I don't know if that immediate impact college guy is where we want to go, especially in round number 1 or 2. However, there are a handful of guys that will probably be in the majors, if not this season, then next season, like Landon Gerst, Wylan Moss. They're probably going to get called up this year. Sean Duncan, maybe a little bit further away. Parker Detmers, we already called up for 2 spot starts. If Willie Estrella can stay healthy, he might have a chance of rising through the ranks, but unfortunately, he keeps having these like month and a half long injuries that are really ruining my day. Um, so we'll see how that plays out. So I think we're gonna target high school guys, especially if we get, we have pick three. Odds are we're gonna have like the pick of the lot. So what we're gonna do is very simple. I saw potential right there and I just didn't click it. All right, if their potential is at least 60, how many names? It just did not save the filter that I clicked. Let's try that again. Once more with feeling. There we go. There are okay, it still says 932. We're doing great. 19 players with potential of 60 or higher. So we'll start the scout on them. Looks like a pretty even split high school versus college. The one thing we certainly do not need is college pitching because about 9 out of 10 of our guys in AA and AAA are like within the same 2 years. This man wants $12 million US. I'm sorry, Mr. Miami. Anywho. All right, so back to baseball. We have I'm still in the Nationals. Doing great here. This is what a 15-game losing streak does to a man, by the way. All right, so we have a 3-game set. Against the Yankees, Astros, and then back-to-back divisional series, which, I think at this point, the division is just gone. Like, the Tigers are 25 games above 500. They're going to run away with this thing. The wild card, listen, we are in dead last, but it's early on in the season. You never know. All right, let's rock and roll. Game one against the Yankees here. We have our friend John Klein on the mound. Luke Keeschel, I'm honestly going to give the day off just so he can rest his poor knee. So Gabe Gonzalez will DH. Henry Mendez will take over in right. And then Merrick Houston for Mydroff. And I'll flip those two around. Mydroff, I think I am slowly coming to the realization that he is not long for this team, especially with the amount of money that he is currently making. Don't get me wrong, I like a good defensive first infielder, but when that position is second base, it gets a little shaky. Aaron Judge at first, sure. All right, what do we got for us, lads? Trey Morgan on second. Walker Jenkins flies out to center. Never had a chance, that one. Nothing for the Yankees in the first. Culpepper is on second for Eduardo Tait, who promptly swings at a pitch in the dirt. Very embarrassing for him. And now Judge and Valeria are aboard. I guess it's Valera. There's no A there. There's no I there, is there? Line out front number one. Kendall George deep to left. Caught at the wall. I was never worried in the slightest as Trent Grisham flies out to follow suit. All right, Royce Lewis, what do you got for me? Hits it up in the left, caught at the track. No such luck. Man, the Tigers bullpen really did implode today. I stopped watching in the eighth. I could see it coming from a mile away. Unfortunately, I was right. Will Vest has an ERA of 6.08, by the by, for those keeping track at home. Meanwhile, Jacob Young has a lovely double to get us a hit there. If you want to look at something hilarious, Jacob Young's monthly splits is just grim. He started so well, but now has just gotten so unbelievably bad. He had a batting average of like 333 at one point. It was awesome. We're never going to see that again. We're going to go for the old double steal, I think. All right, Jacob, listen. The guy has a 55 arm. Steal the base. Jacob. There we go. They're going. The throw is late. The double steal. Success. Gonzalez hits it into center. That's down. Young will score. Morgan comes in. A heck of a throw. No such luck. And that, kids, is why you steal more often than not. And then a balk. We saw 3 balks last episode. There's number 1. Somebody start a tracker. Jenkins flies out. I thought that might have been deep enough to move Gabe, but he's not the quickest of players. Mendez flies out anyway. So a moot point. But hey, we're on the board. Oh boy. 90 speed? Okay. And he only has 5 steals so far this season. Come on, if you have 90 speed, run rampant. See, like in 93 games in AAA, he only had 10 steals. The AI just does not run players enough. He advances on the wild pitch. Like, if you have 90 speed, I want you pushing 40 steals. Jeff McNeil got hit in the head, but I guess he's fine. Dominguez hits it to first. For second, for 1. The throw was so bad. No chance of getting Dominguez at first. So they get the run, but that is it. Let's see if Merrick Houston can get it going. I'm also not opposed to sending Merrick Houston down to AAA, but like the fundamental problem, he's not here for his bat. Like he is here for his defense. Not much else. I should have kept running Houston there. That's on me. As Culpepper hits in to a double play. Swing and a miss from Eduardo. Nothing for him in the 4th or the 5th. Klein is on 85 pitches, which is more or less his limit. So we'll get Yendy Gomez warming up. And listen, that's like I always say, if you're my 5th starter and you get me 5 innings, 0 to 1 run allowed, I will be happy. That is my baseline for a back-end start. All right, Houston takes the walk. Now we're definitely running. And he gets thrown out. See, listen, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't with him. All right, that'll be it for Klein, especially with Dominguez and then Aaron Judge coming up. And Valera promptly has hit a 2-run homer. So there's that. We're going to get Nazir White warming up. Eduardo's on second for Jacob Young. The saddest ground out any of us will ever see. All right, I'm going to let Gomez face Trent Grisham, and then that's it. Yeah, and he got him looking very good. All right, Nazir White. Trying to see if I can get 5 outs from him. Gets me 2 there. They're going lefty, so I'm going to leave Trey Morgan in. And he struck out looking. What is Gabe's lefty split right now? Not great, but no one on my bench. Actually, Bernal's been pretty good. Bernal, take the bat. And he struck out. That tracks. Unfortunately for all of us, it does track. You know what? At least Walker hit the ball. Oh, brother. All right, Nazir, can you give me the 8th? Not looking plausible. All right, he struck out Aaron Judge. That certainly helps. He's at 19 pitches. Make that 24 as Valera hits it to third. Royce Lewis in time. Yeah, I'll let him face Cooper Pratt. Third once again. Very good. All right. In case we tie or take the lead, I'm going to get Kekrin warming up. Mendez up first. 0 for 3 on the day. Make that 0 for 4 with the saddest pop up. I'm going to pinch hit for Merrick Houston. We're going to give Maedorov the bat. Try to get a nice little line drive into left, please. Or an even worse pop up than what Mendez gave me. Well, we injured Ryan Helsley. There is that. Culpepper, our last chance. And he struck out. Yeah, I mean, you know, Gomez getting the loss and the blown save is obviously unfortunate, but when you only score 2 runs, you're not really going to expect to win the dang thing. All right, on to next one. Cantorino is healthy. However, as with the last 12 injuries that he has had, he is going to have a rehab assignment to the minors. I would also like a fresh scouting report on him, please. And we will see what happens there. Eric Booth gets player of the week in high A, and he's staying in high A. Like, realistically, I think I can label him a bust. Just, unfortunately, a high school bat that never really developed for not lack of trying. I mean, he crushed rookie ball, and I mean, it got to a point we had to call him up to single A and high A, and that adjustment has not been great. That 2026 draft was actually terrible. There are times I wish I had tradable draft picks enabled. That was one of those times. All right, Eduardo's getting the day off. I'm going to play Keishel today. Walker, did he go 0 for 5? He went 0 for 4. He hasn't been doing great lately. I'm going to give Jacob McCombs a bat, which I feel like I'm going to live to regret when he goes 1 for 4 with a single, but you never know. And my Jones pinch hitting against Josh Hader is definitely where I want to be in life as a Tigers fan. All right, leadoff double for Jacob Young. Luke Keishel hits it deep to left and gone. Even though he is injured, he's been our best hitter this season, which I don't know if that says more about him or the rest of my lineup. That a guy with an injury to a rib cage muscle, a bruised knee, is out here just swinging the bat. Gabe goes to second. Let's see if Trey can bring him around. Deep into right. That's going to be caught. No such luck. And Maedorov pops up to infield. Fair play. All right. We are on the board. You got this, Taj. See? I'm not worried. That is literally my catchphrase this season. Gonzalez K's, Culpepper K's, and finally Trey Morgan makes it 3 for 3. On cue, the Tigers have lost 8-6. We suck. Clean third for us. Uh-oh. 2 men on for Vientos, who walked on a full count. James Capellian, which is an elite name, walks. So the Yankees have a run. That was also 2 back-to-back full count walks. Here's the guy with 90 speed, and he strikes out looking. How's his defensive rating? I mean, like, later I need to compare him to Merrick Houston because it might be worth trading. I think that gets to an embarrassment of riches for the worst team in baseball right now. Aren't we the worst? I need to look at the NL standings to confirm whether or not we're actually the worst team or just the worst in our conference. Because, you know, there's a difference. All right. I think I'm going to pitch my relievers out of order a little bit. I'm going to have Breckheimer come up first, then Prelip. Man. Remember when I went into the season so confidently saying that Taj Bradley could be our number one guy, and then he just immediately regressed? That was fun. Look at his run value for his off speed -4. His breaking run value is spectacular. I don't know how. His fastball run value being in the 10th percentile also makes no sense. All right, he gets Dominguez. I'll let him face Judge. Saw that coming. Line drive into right. A little surprised that a guy with they have two guys with 90 speed? Wow. At least he's running in AAA. He had 30 steals in AAA in 2029, 40 in 2027. I mean, he's pretty good. I like that the Dodgers traded him. They're like, you know what? We don't need that. All right, that's it for Taj. Not very good from him. Let's see if Breckheimer can get 2 outs. Starting with a walk is suboptimal. Then a full count walk to Cooper Pratt. Sure. Or excuse me, 4-pitch walk. Grisham hit. That was a quite funny animation there where he just took 2 steps forward, picked up ball, got him. All right. Well, Breckheimer allowed one of the runners to score, which bases loaded, 1 out. I think you take that if you're the defense. All right, Gabe. Hits it up into right. Not going to make it, though. Trey Morgan is on second for Meidroth. Hits it up into center. That's going to get over him. Down at the wall. We have the lead. Actually, before I do the next AB, how many pitches was Breckheimer at? 17. Okay, he can stay in. McCombs grounds out first. All right. Breckheimer's going to start this, but if it gets back to Jason Dominguez, I think I pull him. I might pull him before that as Capellian hits it down into center field. Stafura pops up. That's fine. All right. A lovely double play. Please and thank you. You're trying to bunt? I know you have 90 speed, but come on. Full count. You still going to bunt? He swings to second. They get 1. Got them both. The double play per my request. Very good. Nothing for us in the 7th. Let's ignore the fact that it took Breckheimer 30 pitches to get 5 outs. Let's ignore that. All right. Connor Prelip for the 7th. Oh, boy. 2 men on. Cooper Pratt hits it to short. Easily done. I think that's something at least we can fall back on. We are a pretty good defensive team. So it's not like errors are killing us, which is good. Fly out to end the inning. Thank you, sir. I'm going to pinch hit for Gabe here. We're going to give Mendez the bat. Yeah. And he gets it down and right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Culpepper gets it down. That Oh, no, I'm not running on Jason Dominguez. A 60 arm feels low for him. Good God, look at how he's developed in this save. 2026, he was in AAA nearly the whole year. They call him up, and he just casually has 800 OPS for 2 years. 500 slugging, 870 OPS last season. And they signed him to an 8-year, $257 million deal. Good God. That's crazy. All right, runners at the corners. Trey Morgan hits it into right. That will be caught. Should easily score Mendez. Insurance runs will always be welcome. I'm going to have Culpepper steal here. In reality, I should have had him steal on the previous AB because then he'd be at third right now. But he's there at third anyway with the wild pitch. So it all works out in the end, folks. As Mydroth is walked. I'm not going to have him run. You know what? I said McCombs would go 1 for 4. I'm going to give him a chance to get that hit. Sack fly, here we are. I'll take it. I suppose Bernal grounds out to end the inning, but we do get some more runs. Defensively, very simple. Mendez is going to go to. Actually, is McCombs better in right? No, he's the same. Okay. All right, Prelip, give me the 8th. Good man. All right, Keckering if it's a save situation, Rojas if it is not. And Royce Lewis gets it down in center. I can't stress enough how easier my life is if Royce Lewis remembers how to hit the baseball. Because third base is the one position in all this we don't have a good succession plan for. And catcher, but I mean, our 2 young guys are currently there, so they're locked in as Luke Keeschel with a lovely single there. I'm not going to run him with the injury. They walk Mendez either way. Bases loaded. Kalen Culpepper, this is your moment, buddy. He hits it up into right. That should score the runner from third, and it does. Can we talk about how slow Royce Lewis was running there? Can we just have that conversation? I'm gonna pinch hit for Trey Morgan here. We're gonna give Merrick Houston the bat. Hits it into center and caught. I think Ken George had to take like 2 steps. All right, Yandre Rojas for the 9th. Works it clean. We get the win 6-2. Very happy with the offense, though the fact that we only had 2 walks is not great. I mean, Taj Bradley, it's not been great. There's nothing he's really done outside of his Ks per 9 are a little higher that's encouraging. Home runs are way up. Walks are up by a bit. Whip is the same as it was last season. I mean, BABIP is down a touch, but it's not exactly something to hold your hat on there. All right. All right. Cantorino, fresh scouting report. No changes, which is a little surprising. Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's going to stay in AAA for the entirety of his rehab assignment, essentially. And then I'll figure it out. All right, let's sim the finale of the Yankee series rubber match. We take it 4-2. Love to see it. 3-hit day for Eduardo Tait. Very good from him. Look at the percentiles, the max exit velocity, folks. He's going to be so good. How's he doing defensively? Not good, actually. Negative zone rating is whatever. I don't really care about that for a catcher. Negative frame and only 21% thrown out is a problem, but that's fine. All right, let's sim through the off day. Da, 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 da. Getting all the various scouting reports done and dusted. All right, now we have the Houston Astros. Shane Baz on the mound for us. Luke Keeschel is healthy for the first time since what? Like the 7th of April? The fact that I can't see it from the screen, if I hit cancel, I see it, is a little silly. How'd Jacob Young do in the Yankee series? Not great. He had 1 hit. All right, Jacob Young can get the day off. McCombs will take over at center. Culpepper leads off. That's my current plan. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. Back at home against the Astros. Nothing in the first or the second. Solo shot from Zach Cole. Fair enough. Well, I hope you came to see pitching. Hey, we have a base runner. Gabe Gonzalez on second. And Trey Morgan promptly grounds out. Fair play, sir. Uh-oh. Cam Smith is up. JoJo Parker on second. Wait a minute. Did that say Cam Smith was DHing? What? Oh, because they have what? Okay, now I understand. What an embarrassment of riches. You have Cam Smith, who in real life is a much better right fielder than this. He's also developed terribly. You got Zach Cole, elite in right, Wyatt Langford, gorgeous in left. Good God. Fair enough, I suppose. How much did they sign him for? 4 years, 80 million. A steal. An actual steal. If I knew I could have gotten hit, no, we didn't have any money. We were literally in the red most of free agency. It's fine. I blame my owner. All right, clean 6 for Shane Baz. That's going to be it for him. The fact that we've had 1 runner in scoring position today is not great. I do not hear that is indicative of success. Keeschel strikes out to end the 6th. We go to the 7th. A beautiful outing from Shane Baz. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 7 Ks. And Conley Early immediately allows a runner on second for Bryce Matthews. Gets the ground out. I'll take that trade. And he strikes out Zach Cole. That's why we take the trade. All right. Can we hit the baseball? Gabe Gonzalez says, yes, indeed, sir. As he gets the line drive into right. Do I want a pinch run to go for the steal? I don't think so. Does that say Carlos Correa is a 75 rated first baseman? That's awesome. Yeah, they put him in first base this season, and I guess he's turned into a god. Fair enough. And an error on the pickoff moves Gabe to second. Thank you, thank you. Walker flies out. Trey Morgan strikes out. Meidroth is hit. Ouch. We're going to pinch hit for McCombs with Henry Mendez. Hits it into left. That's going to drop. Probably won't score Gabe, but it does load the bases. As they go to a lefty, what's the difference between Eduardo and Leo against lefties? Oh, Leo is so much better. All right, Leo's coming in. I need to make that swap in the lineups then. All right, Leo, come on, buddy. Hits it up into left. No such luck. All right, we're about to be a little shaky defensively. Walker Jenkins is going to center. Mendez to left. Leo taking over at catcher. Let's see if Early can get me the 8th. Good man. And then Yandre for the 9th, unless we want to go ahead and score a pair of runs here. It'd be nice. Just while we're dreaming of things. Walk him. Don't swing Culpepper, please. Thank you. I mean, I'm running him. I don't much care that Diaz has an arm of 60. Like, I've had 2 runners in scoring position up until last inning. There we go. Culpepper makes it there. See if Keishel can bring him home. Hits it back to the pitcher. Not quite what I was looking for there. And Gonzalez grounds out to third. Yeah, we're going to sit Keckering down. Really good from Conley early to get me 2 shutout innings. Yandre with the clean 9th. All right, Walker Jenkins, Trey Morgan, and Chase Meidroth are our last batters. I might pinch hit for Meidroth. We'll see if Trey Morgan gets aboard. Nope. All right, Meidroth. Hits it back up the middle. Easy out. And we lose 1-0. We had 3 hits, 2 walks. Grim from the offense. And I mean, listen, Shane Baz has been really good as of late. He's given me 6 innings, 2 runs, 0 earned, 1 earned, and we lost 2 of those starts. Not good. I am also going to make the switch here. Leo can take over at catcher or Eduardo against lefties. All right, the draft combine is a happening. Not that I particularly that invested. Is Mitch Oatley the guy that got drafted? Or am I thinking of someone else? Yep, that is him. Yep, he got drafted pick 1 overall by the Angels in 2027, and he said no. Just kind of funny. All right, we're going to sim game 2 with Jared Jones on the mound. Oh, God. Wow, what a game, eh? Went to 14 innings. So both teams scored 2 in the 10th, 1 in the 12th, 13th, and then they just killed us in the 14th. We ran out of bats. We ran out of arms. Ouch. Yep. Jared Jones, it looks like, had an error that caused all 4 runs to be unearned, unless Culpepper's also happened here. 3-1. No, it would have happened here with Keckering. That's annoying. Look at Gomez. 3 1/3 scoreless. He's done pretty well this season. I'm happy with that. You can't really blame the bullpen guys for getting hit. I mean, Yandre and Prelip just pitched. Hitting wise, I mean, you had 1 home run in 14 innings, which is a touch sad, but that is what it is. Culpepper went 0 for 5. I don't want to trade Culpepper, but unfortunately, is he very popular locally? No. Okay. How much is he projected to make in arbitration next year? Whoops. 7.5. Meidroth is projected 10. Why? He can't hit the baseball. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, we may. How do I know if I'm bothering to look at the All-Star? None of us are going to be on there. Montgomery is number 1 as a reliever. Exquisite. And he's also free agent after this year. So if we want to keep him, yeah, sorry, Mason, goodbye. Sorry, buddy. I'm not giving you 3 years, 40 million. I do apologize, my old friend, but that after that is where we part ways. Very, very simply. I'm a little surprised Luke Keeschel isn't on this list. I mean, Vladdy's doing awesome. Kerry Carpenter is a 500 slug. 336 on base. What's Keeschel's? Eh? Let me compare those two really quick, him and Alonso. Come on. No, I feel like that's fair. He's worth more WAR also. Make him the all-star. All right. Well, after that extra inning slugfest, surely this will go well. Culpepper's getting the day off. Merrick Houston will come in and take short. Gabe's at 100%. He did go 1 for 7 yesterday, but here we are. Tatsuya Umai on the mound for the Astros. All right, Jenkins and Trey Morgan are aboard. Maedroth swings at the full count and promptly flies out. Royce Lewis walks. Very good, sir. Bases are loaded. Eduardo, send the ball to space. He tried. It didn't work, but he tried. The sac fly does score Walker. So at least we're on the board. That's how low the bar is, to be fair. Merrick Houston hits it up, but that's going to die. All right. Bases loaded, 1 out. You only get 1 run. Fairly disappointing that. Nothing in the 3rd or the 4th. Cam Smith is up. Bryce Matthews swinging a miss. All right. Pretty good from John Klein so far. Oh, I jinxed him. Leadoff triple. He gets a strikeout of Will Bush, though. Hit to second. Very good. Can we strand the leadoff triple? That's just annoying. I'd rather they get a single and score him than a wild pitch. Well, I get my wish anyway, as Langford hits it all the way to the wall. That's going to be an easy double. They're not done yet. See if Klein can get Deuce Gorson. He does indeed. I don't think I'm going to get anyone warming up in the bullpen because I'd like Klein to go long. There we go. We will gladly take the error to get Keeschel aboard. No concerns there. Gabe hits it into right. That is off the wall. That looked like it cleared the fencing. Can I get a replay? Please. I need all the home runs on this team I can get. And right on cue, Walker Jenkins hits it out of the park. 419 feet. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. And Trey Morgan pops up. But hey, now I'm definitely not going to take John Klein out. Maedroth gets it down in center. Wild pitch. We take those. I'd like to see Royce hit one out here. Full count. Again, he tried. Didn't work, to be clear. And Eduardo follows suit with the fly out to center. All right. Now I will warm someone up. I think ideally, if John Klein can get me 2 outs, he gets me the whole inning. What a good man. think that'll be it, though. I think we'll go Breckheimer for the 8th and then figure out the 9th if it's still a save situation or not. Gonzalez beats out the throw. 5-1 ball game. I don't know how a guy with 45 speed does that, but I'm not going to question it. Feel like I should. Walker Jenkins again gone. 2 home runs on the day for our left fielder. We'll pinch hit for Trey Morgan here with Jacob McCombs. I mean, sure, you won't give him a 4-pitch walk. I ain't going to complain. The dude has a 170 average. What a sentence. What a sentence. All right. We go to the 8th. Thank you, John Klein, for your service. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Breckheimer for the 8th. Clean. He did need 17 pitches. I'll get Nazir White warming up if there's trouble. Trouble has arrived, but I have faith. Zach Cole, swing and a miss. Breckheimer slams the door. We win 7-1. Much needed. Very good. Ignore the fact that Gabe and Walker combined for 5 of our 7 hits. Let's ignore that part. But very happy with that. John Klein. I think we can make John Klein work as a starter. The unfortunate fact is, like, he's never really going to be a strikeout guy, but he never walks anyone. His BABIP was worse. Now it's down to a 304, 117 whip. I think we have something here. I think we do. And then Breckheimer getting 2 shutout innings. Look at the percentiles, people. Look at our boy. And yet he's regressed according to the in-game scouts. What do you mean Cantor? Did he get hurt again? Oh my God, he got hurt again. He had dead arm in his rehab assignment. Guys, he's the most injury-prone pitcher. How does he not have the wrecked designation? Like, look at this. Look at this. I might just waive and DFA him, and then if no one claims him, cut him. Assuming no one in my current bullpen gets hurt. Knock on wood. All right, let's advance through the off day. Let me save really quick. All right, let's look back again at some of the drafted players because I think we're all done with our list, and we are. All right, so these are all the guys with 60 potential higher. I think I'm just going to change the filter down to a 50. $56 players. God, this draft class might be truly well and terrible. Impossible. He's committed to William Woods University, and damn it, that's where he's going. I respect that. I really do. All right, we are going to sim game 1 against the White Sox with Taj Bradley on the mound. We win it 8-2. Very good. Lots of multi-hit days for guys. Royce Lewis, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Please, Royce, I need you to start turning it around, buddy. Please. Looks like Luke Keishel got the off day. Bernal was in for Eduardo. Taj Bradley. I mean, like we need more from him. Like, if we're serious that he can be the ace, which I think at this point he's clearly not, but we need him to go longer. Nazir White, 2 1/3. What a lad. Look at our boy go. Conley early allowed another run. It's fine. I'm not. I'm not worried. All right, let's go into game two. Joe Ryan on the mound versus D- Dietrich Enns is still in the league at 39. The man had a 2.61 ERA that led the National League last year. What? What? Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. I would have retired after that. Go home a happy man. Yeah, Jacob Young is cold, but at this point, dude, like either he hits out of it or he simply does not. I am gonna give Trey Morgan the rest. Gabe can take over as DH. Mendez in right. I have a feeling I'm gonna trade Kalen Culpepper this season, which is so sad. All right, Young and Keishel are aboard for Gabe Gonzalez. Soft grounder to the pitcher. They go to second. He's safe on the animation, but he is out in the game. Rude. Walker Jenkins, it's a deep to right and gone. He is red hot. 415 feet, folks. Look at this. My God. His OPS has gone from a 742 to an 818 in a 4-game span. I hear that's decent. It's pretty good, dare I say. Henry Mendez gets aboard on the infield single. Maedroth takes the walk. Dietrich, it might be time to hang it up. You know what I'm saying? Culpepper hits it into right, but he flies out because that's just where we're at right now. Unfortunately, that's just kind of where we're at. You got this, Joe. See? All right. Young's on second for Gabe. Let's party. Hits it into right. That is down. Jacob Young has the wheels to score easily here. And he does. RBI double. How's Braden Montgomery looking? Oh, he's good. Sure. They had him in AAA for an ungodly amount of time, but he's looking really good. I should trade for him. Put him in right, move Gabe to DH. Have a great time. We're going to go for the steal. Walker, he has an up. Is that Kazuma Okamoto at catcher? Why is Kazuma Okamoto playing catcher? It's his first game at catcher. Who? Huh? Let's hold on. That both Drew Romo and Kyle Teal are healthy and fit, but they have Okamoto at catcher. This is the AI in this game needs some serious work, but it's fine. Mendez strikes out to end the inning. Oh, brother. Like Lars Nootbaar is in center. I'm not gonna. All right, the game was suspended due to bad weather. Fair enough. I also noticed they had the UCLA shortstop. Wow. I mean, he starts the game with 75 potential and just drop, 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 drop. And it looks like 2029, 2030, he's starting to rebound a bit, but man, that's it's quite depressing. All right. Well, the game is suspended. So I don't like keeping the same pitcher in because I think it's a tad unrealistic. But for the purposes of the game, I'm going to keep him in. And immediately he gives up a 2-run shot on the next pitch. That's what I get. Really is what I get. All right, Royce Lewis is on second. Jacob Young takes the walk. Keishel Kays. And Gabe pops it up. Down he goes. All right, let's see if. Oh, no, Walker's up. Sorry, I thought that was 3 outs. Walker struck out. That's 3 outs. All right. Yeah, that'll be it for Joe Ryan then. I just wanted him to finish the AB, and then I was like, yeah, there's 2 outs. All right. Come on, Bernal. Grounds out. Nothing doing. Yandy Gomez is in a spot of bother. We're going to turn it over to Prelip face Brooks Baldwin. And he hit the ball right over Jacob Young's head. This is not going well. All right. White Sox have cut the lead to 1. We were doing so much better before the game was suspended. I just want to make that clear. Collusion by the umps against us, in my humble opinion. Oh, Prelip's hurt. Oh, he's done. Torn UCL. He's done. That's so depressing. That's actually sad. That's that's so sad. He missed like the entire 2027 with that injury. He comes back, he pitches lights out in the bullpen for a year and a half, and now he's torn his UCL. I don't know what to do with my life anymore, people. I really don't. Well, that sucks. All right, we're going to go Yandre Gomez to try to get me the outs here. 2 men on, Henry Mendez. Let's go. Earn a place on this roster. And he does. Hits it into center. Very good, sir. Bases are juiced. Mydroff hits it back to the pitcher for out number 1. Culpepper flies out to left. The throw in holds Gabe. Bernal hits it up into left, and that is caught. We had bases loaded, no outs, and we scored no one. Goose egg. 0 individuals crossed home plate. All right, Keck rings on for the save. Good luck, buddy. Good man. Well, we get the win, but one of our best bullpen arms for the last 2 seasons, Connor Prelip, is down. And that is likely his career with the Twins over because it's 15 months. There's a chance that that's all of 2031 also. Just a terrible end to him because we're not going to bring him back in arbitration. Well, we could call up Cantorino if we want to go that route. If we want to just get the party started, David Lumpkins is an option. I think other than him, it looks like the AI moved both Charlie Soto and Luis Rujano to the. But I have too many guys. I need to trade Jose Davila. I need to do it. Just somebody take him. I'll offer to retain salary if no one wants him straight up. Okay. Wow. End of an era. I'm cutting him. Yep. I should have traded him when I had the chance. It really is as simple as that. If I trade him right here in the end of 2028, where he has a 60 potential, we could have got something really special for him. But that's to save the AI from itself. Um, Let me move Luis back to the starting role. Thank you. Do we think Landon Gerst is ready? Part of me wants to say no and go with Lumpkins. I'm gonna go with Gerst. Come on up, buddy. Landon Gerst, who was our second round pick in 2029, is making his MLB debut, as it were, and Connor Prelip is done. That's such a shame, man. He was doing so good. He turned into such a good reliever for us these past 2 seasons. And now his Twins career ends in injury. That ain't the saddest shit. All right, anyway. Okay. So I don't really care about playing the same guys for the suspended game or whatever. I am gonna have Merrick Houston come in. Actually, yeah, I'll have Merrick Houston come in for Culpepper. And then everyone else is fine. All right, Shane Boz on the mound. Looks like they're going with Mr. Sam Thomas, I believe. There we go. Braden Montgomery, swing and a miss. Okamoto DHing today as opposed to catching. What an insane state of affairs that was. Yeah, it was Sam Thomas. I was right. Keishel's on second for Walker. He grounds out to second. There goes that. Clean second and third for both teams. You got this, Shane. Oh, White Sox are on the board. Merrick Houston gets it down in center. He's 2 for 2 on the day. I'm a little annoyed that Eduardo did not go on contact there, but sure, because he knew he'd get a wow pitch to score on anyway. I see the vision. Jacob Young flies out. And Luke Keeschel follows suit. All righty. Yeah, Gomez is just on death's door right now, stamina wise. So we're gonna get early warming up. Ideally, Shane can get me like 2 quick outs. There's one. He gets Nootbaar to ground out. Can he get me Mr. Montgomery? Indeed, he can. I'll leave him in to face Okamoto. Full count, last batter. I thought that ball was going 410 feet into the sun, but instead, caught in left. Very good outing from Shane Boz. Let's see if we can get him some run support. Trey Morgan walks, bases loaded. Maidroff hits it up into center. That should be deep enough to score Gonzalez. And it is. Very good, very good, very good. Tie ball game. Royce Lewis. Come on. Come on. It's a back up the middle. Also, remember when I said knock on wood with Cantorino's rehab start that if no one gets hurt, and then someone immediately got hurt. That was fun. And Eduardo, can he beat out the throw? No, no. The answer to that was pretty firmly no. All right, Conley early is going to take over for the 7th. Works it clean, good man. And the 8th also. We're going to get Montgomery warming up no matter what for this. Come on, one solo shot. Gonzalez flies out to the left. Man, off the bat, it looked pure. It looked true. That one, significantly less so. Back-to-back flyouts. Can Trey Morgan make it 3 for 3? No, instead he wanted to ground out back to the pitcher. All right, Mason Montgomery will take over for the 9th. Clean inning of work. He only needed 15 pitches, so let's see if we can walk it off here and not have to worry about extras. Duran is their closer. I'm scared. Mydroth grounds out. I'm going to... Nah, I'm not going to pinch it for Royce Lewis. If he gets to Merrick Houston, I'm going to pinch it. Royce flies out. Eduardo, my man, hits it high and deep into left. That is off the wall. And Eduardo Tait has a double. Very good, sir. Merrick Houston is 3 for 3 on the day. I trust that he is about to go 4 for 4. And they hit him. We were denied the chance to see it. Yeah, we're going to pinch it for Jacob Young here. He has a 193 average against righties. I hear that's pretty bad. All right, we're going to give the bat to Henry Mendez with a chance to walk off the White Sox. Full count, the pitch, the swing down the third base line. Sprint, Eduardo. Run like the wind. He's safe. Ball game. We walk off the White Sox in the bottom of the 9th. 3-2. Brilliant work. Look at Merrick Houston. A brisk 3 for 3 from the man. Really good outing from Shane Baz. I think really happy with him. His numbers are starting to improve quite a bit. Things you'll love to see. I like that it just simmed every minor league game in existence and decided to tell me about it. Where are we at on the... we still got a lot. Okay. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to sim games 1 and 2 of this Royal Series, come what may. We win the first one 9-5. Holy moly. Let's count it up. Gabe Gonzalez, 2 home runs. Trey Morgan has 1. Culpepper has 2. And Luke Keeschel has 1. Okay, fair enough. Jared Jones did not have a great outing. A pass ball from Eduardo allowed another run. Yeah, I think we might look back on the Jared Jones free agency signing as a pretty bad one. I should have known when I signed him, and I was like, do you think it's bad that he only has 2 good pitches? 1 for the Philosophers. Can I look at his splits? So when Trey Morgan is starting, he has an OPS of 804, 373 on base, 431 slugging. He hilariously is even better as a substitute. Just kind of funny. I'll take the win. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's sim game 2. John Klein on the mound. Oh, we lose 7-8. And Landon Gerst, the AI played him. They tried to get all the innings they could out of him. And he gave up the run. You had Keckering in the game. You had Keckering available. He had not pitched since the 12th. And you do not play him. And instead let the poor rookie die in his first MLB appearance. Shame on you. Also, John Klein gave up 7 runs. Let's not speak of that. What's up, Spectre? Welcome to the party. Man, he went from 7 1/3 to slamming 7 runs. It's fine. Kindly early, 2 1/3, scoreless. Obviously, him moving to the bullpen was not in our plans when we traded for him, but it has worked out pretty well as far as things stand. All right, All-Star voting update. Luke Keeschel. There we go. He finally kicked out Pete Alonso. Very good. So we have him at first. Mason Montgomery's still there at reliever. Happy with that. All right, let's play game 3 against the Royals with Taj Bradley on the mound. Yeah, Culpepper did just have a home run, so I'll give him some run. I'm going to let Meyersroth sit. Culpepper goes to second. I have not given Royce Lewis like a day off ever. I'm committed to the idea that I give Royce Lewis every at bat possible until like the trade deadline. And if he's still struggling at that point, then we either trade him or move him to the bench. And unfortunately, he has very little value off the bench because he can really only play third base defensively. Like, I tried him as a second baseman in year 1, and he had a negative 2.7 zone rating. So, unfortunately for all parties involved, I know that he can't really do that. There we go. Runners at the corners for Henry Mendez starting in place of Gabe today. And he hits into the double play. But we get the run, which means Mendez does not get an RBI for that. So you don't get an RBI for scoring a run off a double play, which is, I think, makes sense. But unfortunate for Mendez's stat line. You got this, Taj. Why does everyone have like 80 and 90 speed, guys? To be fair, I have a few 70s. You got this, Taj. Keeschel pops it up. Nothing doing. I'm so glad that I signed Keeschel to the contract extension I did when I did, because, like, man, he's going to be so good for so long. I can put him at first. I can technically move him to the outfield if I want. He has good outfield ratings. If I ever need to, say, get Jesse Gonzalez, one of our top prospects, into the team, I can put him at first, move Luke Keeschel to right field, and just pray it works out. As Trey Morgan gets it through. Very nice double. If they call that a single, I disagree. Who did? Lame. All right, Royce. Popped it up. There is a non-zero chance that by the trade deadline, I will have traded Culpepper, Meyersroth, and Royce Lewis. I think Meyersroth is the least likely to be traded of those 3, but he's also projected to make. Is that going to leave the yard? No, but it's going to hit the wall. He's projected to make $10 million next year. I cannot justify paying $10 million to an admittedly great defensive second baseman, but he hasn't been able to hit for contact for like 2 seasons at this point. So here we are. And unfortunately for those guys, like, I have a decent amount of middle infielders that are not as good as defensively as them. Average, and normal. Let's play a game and see what wins out. The runner wins out if it's average, average, and normal. That's good to know. And good thing I went because Keishel struck out. All right, Tosh, can you give me the fifth? Dude, good man. He got Bobby Witt swinging. Anything for us in the sixth? Morgan is on second for Royce. Hits it up into right, but that will be caught out of the mist, which really needs to be less opaque than it is. Oh, and Taj allowed a solo shot to Otto Kemp. All right, Maikel Garcia grounds out. At least I got something. Because I don't have a great wealth of bullpen arms right now. A leadoff double for Culpepper. Very nice. More than happy to take the out to move him over. Merrick Houston hits it into left. That is down. Like how Culpepper was just full send all the way through. There we go. Jacob Young gets it down. That might move Houston to third. He has wheels. And he gets to third. Very good. 2 men aboard for Keishel. Ah, he popped it up again. His stat line for this game is going to be ugly. Let's all just ignore it when we do the rundown at the end. They're going righty. I think I'm going to pinch hit here for Mendez. I know he's been okay against them, but I'm going to back Gabe here. See if he can get me a 3-run home run. Not quite, but he does hit it all the way to the warning track. That'll score both men. Very good, very good. The lead is ours. Happy days. Whoops. Let's get, I think just Nazir White for the 7th, Breckheimer for the 8th, Keckering for the 9th. That may be where we're at. Jenkins grounds out to end the inning. I'm going to leave Gabe Gonzalez in at right. Even though it's a loss defensively, there is a chance that we bat around to him again. And Nazir allowed a solo shot to Tommy Edman, and then 2 more runners are aboard. Well, there goes that. Breckheimer, buddy, good luck. Here's Carter Jensen. Got him to pop up. Thank you, sir. Not great from Nazir. We really can't afford extra innings. Our bullpen is dying out there. Back-to-back Ks. Royce Lewis is 0 for 4 for those keeping track at home. Culpepper gets it down. This should be a nice, easy double. Nothing too crazy. A single, please. The man has 60 speed. And Eduardo flew out. All right. Breckheimer, buddy, give me the 8th. Good man. And then Keckerin's getting the 9th no matter what. Houston pops it up. Jacob Young somehow pops it up even higher. Let's see if Luke Keishel can go 3 for 3 on the pop-up train. They walked him. All right. Gabe, old buddy, old pal, old friend. This is why I kept him in the game, and he struck out. Useless to me. I'm actually going to let Breckheimer face the pinch hitter, and then I'll flip it over to Keckering. And he struck him out. Perfect. All right, Keckering's coming in to face O'Verne and Edman. Easy pop-up. Ideally, if Keckering can do this in less than 10 pitches, then he can get the 10th also. And he does. Very easy. All right, we're going to extras. Gabe Gonzalez is our pinch runner. What's McCombs' speed? 40. He's even worse. And then I'm out of outfield subs. So yeah, it has to be Gabe. All right. Walker Jenkins gets it through into center. Gabe holds up at third, which I'm fine with since there's 0 outs. Trey Morgan hits it into left. That is down. Gabe will score. We take the lead. Still no outs. Royce Lewis hits it to short. I mean, I'm okay with that to move them both into scoring position. I don't love that there's 1 out now because Culpepper's sac fly makes it 2. It does score Jenkins. Eduardo, buddy, what do you got? Wow, pitch. Do I want them to walk Eduardo here? Actually, I'm okay with that. No, full count. Let's party. He swings. It's into left. It's down. That's a 3rd run. We're having a great time. I'm going to let Merrick Houston hit then. And he struck out. Fair enough. Oh, man, his bat really does suck. All right, Keckering. Good luck. Caglione. And we can trade outs for runs now. So I'm okay if they want to just sac fly themselves to death. Bobby Witt does get it down. Edman does not score, which is huge. Jensen swinging a miss. Pasquatch strikes out. We take the game 8-5. Very nice from our bats today. A little shaky again from Taj Bradley, which, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I wouldn't consider 20 million ace money, but it's definitely number 2 starter money, and he is not pitching like a number 2 starter right now. But that is what it is. We get the win. Very nice. Did we win the series? We did. I mean, we're having a pretty good month so far. Okay. How many prospects are on the draft list yet? 6. Okay. I'm gonna do something I don't really do all that often. I'm gonna sim this entire Angel series. We're just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Game 1. We win it 6-5 in extras. Culpepper and Gabe have homers. Culpepper has had 4 out of his 5 home runs on the season have come the past 4 games. That's hilarious. Royce Lewis had 3 hits. Listen, I'm just trying to get his on base back to 300 for like the first time in years. That's all I'm trying to do. I really did give him an extension at the worst time because I gave him an extension like in the first part of 2028 when he was hitting really well. He finished with 23 home runs, but he struggled toward the end of the season. And then last year he was just god awful. And this year he's even worse. However, the problem I'm going to run into is he's popular locally and he's the team captain. So if I trade him, it's got to be worth something. Because at that point, I'd rather just keep him on my roster for 2 more months and then exercise or rather void the last year of his contract. Oh, how'd the pitchers do in this game? Oh, Gomez gave up 2. Gerst got the win for getting 1 out. Good man. Let's see game 2. We take it 4-3. Very nice. Eduardo with a pair of hits. I think Eduardo Tait is going to be a really good catcher. It seems like the bat is real because he always did good in AAA. The problem is he just didn't play a lot because we had so many dang catchers. But through 55 games, 320 on base. I think I can live with that from a catcher. I just like his slugging to be up a little bit. Shane Baz pitched really well. Happy with that. Nizier White, 2 scoreless. Good from him. Breckheimer does give up a run, but he gets the save either way. Yeah, our bullpen is definitely on its last legs. Also, this is now 5 straight starts from Shane Baz. 6 innings, 2 or less earned runs. His ERA has dropped by a whole point. He's almost up to as much WAR as he had last season in just over half the starts. He is a free agent. Like, we could extend him. My fear with extending him is that I'm going to be paying him way more than he'd get in the open market. But especially with, like, Joe Ryan, we know is gone. Taj Bradley is looking shaky. Jared Jones, I don't even want to talk about. Might not be a bad idea. All right, is that all the prospects? It is. Okay. So now I think let's specifically zero in on the top high schoolers because, you know, they all want a fortune. So, you know, if any of these ADO potential guys are actually worth that, we need to know. Because, you know, by definition, we pick at 3. So even if the A's and the Nats go high school, one of these 3 80 overall guys is going to be there. All right, let's sim game 3 of the A series. And we win it. We swept them 3-2. Good God, what a depressing offensive game. We had 6 hits, 5 walks. They had 6 and 2. Jared Jones didn't do great. What's his K number? Jeez. And I signed him to a 3-year deal. I think 3 years was a bit much. I should have just tried 2. So I think he wanted 4 if memory serves. Gurst gets the hold. Yandre. Then Keckering gets save 15. I always click standings when I want, like, player leaderboards. I don't know why. Who's top in saves right now? Oh, Diaz with 23. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's advance a day and then save. So, you know, to be fair, we had a 15 game losing streak and have now clawed our way back to 4 games under 500. Pretty good. That's pretty good. We've only lost 1 series so far this month. We swept the White Sox in 3 and the Angels. Think we're looking okay. I think just the big question is going to be, unfortunately, you know, the division is out of reach. Like, listen, we're all 11, 12 games back of the Tigers. They have dipped quite a bit, but I mean, like, none of us are rising. So it's really a hunt for the wild card. And, you know, we did not exactly win that race last season. Also, Gabe Gonzalez is day to day. Bruised shoulder. He's fine. Okay, I mean, it's down to 14 months for Prelip, so there is a world where he would be back in August or September next season, but I don't think that's worth bringing him back in arbitration for, unfortunately. Because what's his projected salary? Probably like 3.2, 2.8. I don't think we can really be playing that game. I want to trade Jacob Young. But I don't know if that's stupid or not. I mean, he has not been able to hit the baseball. However, his last sort of week or so stats are pretty encouraging. But overall in June, he's just not been good. How's he defensively in center? He's still great. I mean, the argument for trading Jacob Young is very simple. Right now, I have lots of money available for extensions. And if we're serious about keeping Shane Boz and Mason Montgomery, might need more than that. Though I guess who's coming off the books? Joe Ryan, Jacob Young. I mean, Joe Ryan. Like, I can't trade Joe Ryan. Somehow he's insignificant to the Minnesota population, which doesn't quite make sense, but like, he's just not been good. And I mean, I got the guys in AAA that are all ready. Grayson Rodriguez is down there having a hell of a time. And if I compare the two men, okay, Joe Ryan's a clear upgrade. What if I compare him to Jared Jones? Jones is better. Klein? Klein, it's a debate. But I like having Grayson Rodriguez as a break glass in case of emergency starter. And also, you know, he has 50 overall in potential. I could just trade him to somebody. Wyland Moss is doing great in AAA. Ah, look at him. Love it. How's Molina doing? He's doing pretty good too. He just had 7 scoreless. I don't think Molina has a future in our rotation, though. I think that's really the unfortunate thing. The fact that he added a knuckle curve to his repertoire is pretty funny, but right now he has 1 above average pitch, 3 that can be average. And by his run value, I mean, his off speed stuff might be good, but we'll see. Okay, let's dance. Do I want to skip John Klein's start? Actually, can I even get away with that? No, I can't. All right, let's pitch him. Here we go. Guardians, how you doing? Gabe is hurt for a little bit. I'll give him the day off. We'll let Mendez take over. Meidroth is cold at second, but I mean, we're gonna play him and just see if he figures it out. Let's rock and roll. John Klein against Gavin Williams. They still have Jose Ramirez, 37, nearly 38 years old. He's still putting up okay numbers for him. They have George Springer at first. We're gonna ignore that one. Uh-oh. Jonathan Rodriguez is at second for the aforementioned George Springer. Walked him. Cozart struck out. That's very good. Jose Ramirez. All right. And Eduardo Tait error. And Boston Barrow flies out to right. No damage done off the error. Meidroth and Walker are aboard. Come on, Culpepper. Swing and a miss. There we go. Redemption from the catcher. Hits it into left. That should score both men, and it does. We're on the board, 2-0. Please. And Royce flies out. Anything in the third? Churio is on for DeLauder. They're going for the steal. No such luck. Good thing, too, because DeLauder hit that thing to the gap. I don't know if it scores Churio, but odds are it does. They get nothing for their trouble. Jacob Young with a leadoff double. Maybe, you know, just these past 2 weeks are his turning point, and he's about to turn into an all-star caliber center fielder. Maybe that's on the cards. It would make, listen, I'd love it. I really would. I need to check on Byron Buxton and see if anybody has signed him. Or I guess no, we signed him originally to a 2-year deal last season, so he'd still be on that one. can't remember if I put a team option in it. Uh-oh. 2 men are aboard with no outs. And he hit Cozart. Okay. Let's get Conley early warming up, shall we? Jose Ramirez, bases loaded, right into center. Jacob Young cannot get there. Fair enough. I'll let him face Boston Barrow, and that's it. All right, he gets him looking. That'll be it for Klein. Actually, hey Churio, you better worse against lefties. You are worse against lefties, so we're bringing Conley early. There we go. Got him swinging. Velasquez hits it into right. Caught. That was, however, 2 full counts. So Early's pitch count is, already at 13. Uh-oh. Springer again. Struck out looking. I think that'll be it for Early. I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to go back-to-back long relievers. I'll let Early face Cozart, and then I'll flip him. Struck him out. All right, Gomez. Good man. Clean 7th, because now I can go Breckheimer for the 8th, Montgomery for the 9th. And then all my other middle relievers and setup men should be ready for game 2. Unless Breckheimer gives up the go-ahead run. Which he doesn't, so we're all okay. All right, Montgomery will warm up for the save unless we score 3 runs, which would be nice, Just if anyone wants to impress me with some home runs here. Jacob Young flies out. Keishel, no such luck. He went 0 for 4. I'm too afraid to look at his recent splits. All right, Mason Montgomery for the save. Jose Ramirez up first. What do you got from me, old man? Well, he hit him. Not great. And Suero hits it into right. That is down. Folks, it's not looking too good. Need to strike out Churio. So that's just not a strikeout. See, hits it into right to score the tying run. Wasted throw there from Mendez. I think I said Gonzalez was there earlier. It was not. Robles scores Suero. All right, Guardians have the lead. Mason Montgomery, who before this had an ERA of .55, has now given up 2 runs and maybe more. Louder pop-up, very good. All right. Well, that sucked. In case this goes to extras, Gerst is going to take it. We're going to pinch hit. Forgot. Is it affecting his hitting? His throwing. Gonzalez is going to get the bat. Hits it into left. That is down. Very good, sir. Cozart has a 70 arm, so I'm not really going to pinch run here. There we go. Jenkins gets it down. Runners at the corners. Trey Morgan, walk us off, buddy. Bang! Well, he hits it to first. They get Gonzalez at home. Ain't that depressing? Maedroff gets it down in left. That'll score 1. Phenomenal camera view for the winning run. It's in! We have walked off the Guardians 5-4. Well done, Maedroff. Grim from Mason Montgomery. But what can you do? Maedroff had 3 hits, including the walk-off. Yep. I just need that on base to get higher, man. Like, you can't be in the 93rd percentile for Ks, 76 for walks, and still only have what is now a 322 on base. Like, that needs to be higher. All right, we take game one in truly dramatic fashion. Billy Daniels 5 for 5 against Cedar Rapids. All right, he's ready for Double A. What are his ratings in the Texas League? Yep, he's ready. Look at our beautiful trade chip we got. All right, how many Double A outfielders do I have now? Good God. All right, I'm cutting some people. Jesse Jakonski. This hurts me more than it hurts you. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Jamardo Reyes. This hurts me more than it hurts you. And then this might be the time we cut Agbayani. It's either him or Beltre, and I'd rather keep Beltre around. So I think Agbayani is going to go. Yeah, his war has fallen off a cliff. Sorry, buddy. He's been here a while too. And then, yeah, I just have too many outfielders. Like, fundamentally, I have too many double A and triple A. Is Alex Mojica playing? He is. How's he doing? Oh, yes. He's doing good. He's 20 years old and he's holding his own in double A, folks. Lantigua, I think, also, he's doing well in double A, but he's probably next on the chopping block. Honestly, it might be Malloy. He was our third round pick. It just has not panned out. All right, we're still waiting on some of those guys. Let's sim game 2 of the Guardian series with Taj Bradley on the mound. Lose it 1-6. Good God. The AI pitched Montgomery in back-to-back days. Why? You had, I mean, I don't know what options are healthy, but surely. Rojas also gave up 2 runs. I really expected Taj Bradley to be better. Because he didn't regress this season. The velo loss was before last season, and then he slung a sub 3 ERA 4 WAR season. But he's been so much worse. I think we just need to work on his secondary pitch development and hope that his splitter becomes a 50 or his curveball becomes a 50. Is like, listen, we're locked in here for at least 2 more years, probably 3. I'd like to get him another good pitch in the meantime. All right, let us play game 3. I'll give Gabe the day off, and then he'll be back for free and healthy next time up. I feel bad for McCombs, but like, he's just really not going to play. And I can't call up an infielder because Merrick Houston, I want to give a decent amount of ABs to, and he's the best defensive player in my whole organization. So can't really move him down. I'm going to start Bernal at catcher today. Let's rock. Joe Ryan, we're looking for redemption. Oh, boy. Well, he allows a run to open. Reynaldo Lopez. There we go. Mydroth with a solo shot. Bernal with a solo shot. Can Royce Lewis make it 3 out of 4? No. The answer to my question, a resounding and simple no. All right, Trey Morgan's on second. Mydroth hits the ball to the moon. That should be deep enough to move Morgan. It is not. Never mind. That certainly is. As Culpepper hits it all the way to the gasoline sign for a 2-run shot. Folks, is Culpepper turning a corner? Probably not, but let's believe. As Bernal grounds out Royce. Very good. To be fair, what I could do in the draft is just draft a college ready middle infielder and be like, hey, you want some reps? Here you go. That is certainly on the table. Let's go for a steal. Let's be bold. Let's be brave. Yeah, I saw that coming. All right. All right, Joe, give me the fifth. I'm not bringing in a reliever. He either gets it or he doesn't. Full count. Manzardo. Walked him. All right, I'm pulling him. Gomez, good luck. All right, he stranded him. Good man. And now Young and Keichel are aboard. Come on, Mendez. Thank you, sir. Gets it past the second baseman. Because I'd really like Henry Mendez, don't get me wrong. He has a bad arm. Why, he's just not good defensive. His range is terrible. It's a 172. Was it that bad last year with us? No. Okay. Yeah, I think the issue with Mendez is just Gabe Gonzalez is objectively a better bat as Walker Jenkins decides he wants to get on the discussion and hits a ball off the wall. But if Mendez can become like our fourth outfielder, he's still pretty young. I would not hate that development as Trey Morgan somehow beats out the infield single. It's now 7-3. Meidroth hits into the double play because sure, why not? Does Culpepper have 2 home runs in him? Maybe not. Wait and see. TBD. All right. Gomez, got to give me the 6, buddy. Oh, boy. To be fair, I can afford to give up 1 run per inning and still win, which is a great calculus to be doing. I know. Barrow hits it back to the pitcher. Please get him. Thank you. We're going to warm up Nazir White in case Robles gets a hit. He did not. We're okay. All right. Nazir can sit down. There we go. 2 men aboard Luke Keichel. Hits it up and to right. No such luck. And Mendez hits it to the exact same spot he did last time he was up. To score Royce, 9-3. Walker with the chopper. That's the animation that beats it. 10-3 now. We're just having a great time at this point. And Trey Morgan takes Zivok. I will. Actually, I'll let Meidroth hit. Yeah, and he flies out. I was debating between either pinch hitting Houston for him or Culpepper. All right. Since we have even more lovely insurance runs, if Gomez can get me 2 quick outs, I'd love it. There's 1. Per my request. Well, he did not give Velasquez as he hits it all the way out of here. Fair enough. That'll be it for Gomez. Nazir White gets the rest of the inning clean. We're going to pinch hit for Culpepper here. Get Merrick Houston in the game. Kumar Rocker is on the mound. And he strikes out Houston. How rude. Ronaldo strikes out. Will Royce Lewis make it 3 for 3? Not quite. He does fly out to left, though. All right. I will put Merrick Houston at short, and then McCombs is. How's Walker doing today? Yeah, he's doing good. McCombs will come in for Walker in left. And Nazir is allowed 2 men to be aboard. I don't want to use Keckering here if I can avoid it. But this could get ugly. Victor Robles, what do you got for me? Hits it to third. Go home, go home. Thank you. All right, that'll still be it for White. We'll go Breckheimer. Hits it to short. Merrick is there. Easily done. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. Anything for us in the eighth? No such luck. Breckheimer allows a run, but other than that, he gets it done. We get the win. A little shaky by our pitching staff, but that is what it is. Hitting wise, we did pretty good. Mendez had 3 hits, which is good because the last time he had multiple hits was like 10 days ago. Very happy with that. All righty. And we take the series from the Guardians, which is lovely. Lovely development. And yeah, okay, there's one guy left. So let's go back to the old draft pool. Look at everybody. All right, let us specifically now look at guys that have 50 to 55 potential that, you could see yourself taking in the second round, the third round if things are looking a little shaky. That's my plan. We are going to sim the first game of the Blue Jay series with Shane Baz on the mound. Lose it in extras. They scored 2 in the 10th. We only scored 1. Dude, Shane Baz has turned his whole season around. I love it. Montgomery with another blown save. His ERA has more than tripled in a week. Not great. Gerst going strong still. Very happy with that. And then Keckering. Oh, Meidroth had an error in the 10th. Lovely. Love that for us. What's Duggar? Oh, man. I mean, if he's there at 3, like, I'm going to get another scouting report on him because I want to see if we can make these into very high. Oh, what are the chances he turns into a reliever? 55 stamina is pretty much the line. He has no fastball to speak of, which is kind of funny. But he could have 3 nearly 80 pitches. Control could be average, but I mean, if you have 60 movement, take that in a heartbeat. He looks good. He really does. Oh boy, having the third overall pick is gonna be fun. So Meidroth is benched. I'm gonna do something I don't really like doing. We're gonna have Luke Keeschel play second, Trey Morgan at first, Gabe Gonzalez to DH, Mendez in at right. I don't love that because Luke Keeschel at second is objectively bad, but this gives Mendez more reps and keeps Trey Morgan in the lineup also. And there we go. Keeshel's on third. Walker, if you wouldn't mind. Nope. Ground out to short. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. All right. 2 men are on Eduardo. On the animation, our boy was safe by a landslide. But sure. How? I thought he was out by a year. I literally just sat there for the last 5 seconds staring at the screen like, sure, I guess that's a thing that can happen. Jacob Young does fly out in the inning. We go to the third. You got this, Jared. Good man. Maybe he just needs like positive reinforcement every inning. And see, since I didn't say it, that's why. O'Neill Cruz with the bunt. Fair enough. Let's see if we can get a Hunter Kirk. Got him looking. Tyler Freeman, our old friend. Grounds out to first. Very good. Thank you, Tyler. The check will be in the mail shortly. I'm happy he's playing with Toronto every day. I always like, when you trade players to teams and they play. I think that's why the Trevor Larnach trade will always upset me. But hey, oh yeah, I forgot to look for Byron Buxton. That's on me. As Eduardo with a triple. He has 45 speed. A mad lad. Was it actually a triple? My God, it was. Fair enough. All right, Jacob, bring him home. I'll take the walk. Let's see if I can run on. Okay, chill. Let's see if we can run on Kirk here. Very good. All right, force out is gone. Good luck, Luke. And he gets it down in right. There we go. I'm not going to run him. We're just going to take the run and see if Gabe can bring him all around. Walked him. Bases are loaded. Walker Jenkins hits it to first. Tragically grounds out. But we do get 2 runs. Come on, Jared. Good man. See, it's whenever I yell at him and say, come on, Jared, he does well. Oh, it's been broken. Gives up a run. Let's see if he can get Kirk to end the outing on a strong note. Got him swinging. Very good outing from Jared Jones. Very happy with that. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Come on. Very good. Breckheimer for the 7th. Good man. Keishel and Gabe are aboard. Let's keep it moving. And I'll take the ground out there if it moves the boys over. I like it less when Trey Morgan hits into a tragic fielder's choice at home. Just, while we're on the subject of that. And Mendez flies out to end the fun. All right, Breckheimer. Good man. So now I need to decide who of Connolly Early or Yandre Rojas gets the save. And I think the answer is Early. Unless we want to score 3 runs. Maybe. Culpepper is at second. Eduardo hits it up into left. No such luck. I'm not a huge bunting guy, but I think this would be a move where I'd bunt Royce Lewis over. Never mind, Royce Lewis got a hit. See, that's why you don't bunt, folks. As the run scores, Royce Lewis was halfway to second and just completely turned around. He just decided that he regretted everything that was happening in front of him. Keishel struck out. All right. We do get an insurance run. Conley Early coming in for the save. Gets it done. We get the win 4-2. Brilliant outing from Jared Jones. 11 Ks. Come on. That'll play. Very good, sir. Man. What would inevitably happen with me if I took Jared Duggar 3rd overall is he would get hurt after like a season. The stamina would drop to a 45, and that would be that. That would inevitably happen. Let's sim game 3 with John Klein on the mound. And we win it 3-2. Very good. Oh, no, okay. Thought our boy got hurt. I was hurt too. I really don't know what to make of John Klein. I really don't. But hey, Nazir White, 2 2/3, scoreless. Man, look at our draft picks putting in the work in the bullpen. Keckering gets the save also. Very good. I think I am sort of coming up to the point where, like, I have Grayson Rodriguez in AAA. I have Wyland Moss in AAA. Detmers, like, Shane Boz might come back next year. John Klein is certainly there. Jared Jones, probably. Bradley, probably. I think if Joe Ryan is still struggling in a month's time, I think we might move him. Which feels a tad rough, but I mean, he's just not like he's having an okay year, but he should be better. Yeah, like he went from having the worst pitches in the history of the world, but pretty good percentiles, to having an elite fastball and slightly worse percentiles. But his expected ERA is a 2.55. So there is a decent degree of unluckiness there, unfortunately. All right. We got the Angels. We don't play on July 4th. Lame. When's the draft? The 11th? Yeah. Okay. Um, let's go through this Angels series, and then this will be the last one, and then I'll just sim the Blue Jays to get us there. So we'll play 2, sim 2. Let us play game 1. Taj Bradley on the mound. Eduardo is tired, so Bernal can come in. And yeah, Jacob Young can get the day off. How's McCombs been at center? Not great. And Walker's probably only played there like twice this year. Yeah. We'll have Walker take over at center. Culpepper leads off. McCombs in left. And then, I mean, Royce, listen. Royce is remembering how to hit the ball. So, you know, we might as well play him. You got the Taj. Good man. There used to be a thing, as Luke Keeschel has a solo home run, there used to be a thing in older out of the park baseball games where that was embarrassing. Where after you hit like, sim the half inning or whatever, the amount of time it would take to load told you if they scored runs or not. And we can't bring Gabe around, but still. All right, we have a lead. Very boring game. Uh-oh. You got this, Taj. See, we're okay. Walker's on second for McCombs. Let's go. Chopper beats it out without a throw. Elite speed. Checks notes. It's a 40. Oh, boy. Bernal grounds out to end the fun, but still. Yeah, I mean, like McCombs cannot hit, but there's no real value in having him in AAA. So it's either he's our backup or we trade him. And I don't really want to trade him. Taj, how many pitches you at, buddy? 86. Yeah, I think that'll be it for him. We'll get Conley early, ready to rock. Actually, I lied. We'll get Gomez ready to rock. Come on, Gabe, bring him home. Nope, he did not. To be clear, he did not. All right, 5 shutout innings from our ace. I'll leave you to decide whether that's good enough. Oh, and immediately Gomez gives up a 2-run homer. Fair enough. Minderoff pops out. Don't worry, Trey. I'll get you over to third. Never mind, I won't. Belay that, actually. All right. Gerst. And then yeah. So I need you to give me 1 or 2 outs, buddy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. To be fair, half of my bullpen, like Breckheimer, Gerst, Gomez, Rojas, White. I won't count Breckheimer. 4 out of 5 members of my bullpen were in like double A last season or triple A. Oh, he's giving up another home run. Folks, Yendy Gomez is crashing down to earth. Oh, God. It's not looking great. We might have to send him down. It's starting to get ugly. Gerst, put out the fire. Gerst. All right. So we're just getting all of the bullpen implosions out in one game. I understand. I understand entirely. Can he get Grisham? He did. Thank God. Well, this game might be over. We'll get Rojas to come in. In an ideal world, he can get me the outs. Good man. Nothing for us in the 8th either. Nothing for him in the 9th. Yep, that was grim. Gomez gave up 4 runs. Gerst gave up 1. I think I am going to send Gomez down to AAA, unfortunately. I think he's not ready. Pretty good against righties. The 420 slugging that lefties have against them is pretty ugly. 460 FIP is tragic. But here we are. Like, who would I call up, though? Lumpkins, probably. Swap him and Gomez. Yeah, I think that's a swap I do. All right, Yendy Gomez is going down to AAA. I think he did well, but there's still a lot of issues. Also, the fact that right now he has 1 average pitch, I think doesn't particularly help. Lumpkins, welcome to the party. Now, the one problem I now have is I have 2 bullpen arms with higher than 30 stamina, Breckheimer and Early. So that part isn't great. But I think Lumpkins does improve our bullpen. I do not care what you think, owner, about me right now. Assistant GM and the team trainer. Well, we're extending the trainer. Let's what hey, if you want to get paid that, 5 years. Thank you. Assistant GM I'll keep because for how I have the settings, it's mostly irrelevant, and he has a good personality match with everyone. Let's find Byron Buxton. What is he up to? He's still with St. Louis. Is he starting? He is starting in St. Louis. That's good. He's not doing well at all, but, that is what it is. Are they putting him in the... Yeah, he's their DH. Yeah. So we traded him July 19th of 2029 Since then, he's picked up a 3-week stained back and then a couple 1-day, 2-day injuries. That's not bad for him. I really wish Buxton would have retired a Twin. But, he wanted to keep playing. And then 2029, he just really hit a wall, sent him off. He got to play with the U.S. World Baseball Classic team. That's fun. All right, we're going to sim game 2. I'm going to be honest, Joe Ryan. You have like 4 starts left to turn this around, or I might trade you. Number 1. Four innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs. When's the last time he got me 6 innings? It has not happened in the past 10 starts, at least. It may have not happened this whole season. Because I can't. Aha! He did it once this season, and it was literally the first start he had. He pitched 6 innings, 1 hit ball. He has not given me 6 innings since then. He's only given me 5 2/3 2 other times. What's the market? I also didn't look and see how we lost. Shanuel hit a single, and then we could not score in the 12th. Fair enough. McCombs picked up. I'm putting McCombs on the IL. And we're going to call up. Oh, this is actually a tough choice. I think Zook is the smart decision because he's the more defensive replacement. Lugo is the bat. However, him and Henry Mendez are functionally like identical profiles. Mendez is just objectively better. So Lugo doesn't really help me. Broussard, these guys are all on very similar. Oh, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It might be Zook, to be honest. Yeah, too many of these guys are identical. Yeah. We're going to call up Mike Zook to be McCombs's replacement. Just as a backup, perennially. Anyone else get hurt in that game? No, thank God. He'll be the backup center fielder. I think that's it. Mendez can be the backup in both corners now. Jacob Young is also cold again. I think I really should just trade Jacob Young. Unfortunately, my hope that he can turn it around has more or less fallen flat on its face. All right, let's get through this Angels series and then let's look at some trade stuff. So, all right, we're gonna play Game 3. Shane Baz on the mound, and let's give Mike Zook a start, shall we? Culpepper will lead off. Zook can take over. Where'd the AI play him in AAA? I'm in this screen, so I can't see that. Fair enough. God, Mydroth has just been so bad. Mydroth struggling. Unfortunate. Clean first inning of work. You got this, Shane. See, we're fine. All right. Trey Morgan is on second from Mike Zook, the MLB debut, and he hits a line drive into right. Come on, son. Save the ball. Already done more than Jacob McComb. No, I mean, listen. If in an ideal world, Jacob McCombs and Henry Mendez are my two backup outfielders, but that also means that a lot of guys are going to be stuck in AAA and AA for a while. Because Walker Jenkins is locked in and left. Gabe Gonzalez is either going to be in right field or DH. So center field is the only spot really available. How's Walker been doing defensively? Zone rating is fine. Range is a lot worse. That's not nothing. The arm I don't really care about in left. All right, Shane, lock it down, buddy. Good man. I mean, listen, if you want to walk Culpepper, I'm not going to stop you. Yeah, looks like they do not. He swings at the 3-1, hits it into center. That's off the wall. We have the lead. Cue the trumpets. A triple for Kalen Culpepper off the wall. Keishel grounds out, but it scores Kalen. 2-0 ball game. Gabe, you want to make it 3 with a lovely little solo shot? No, you don't? Okay. Simply, he does not. All right, Shane, let's do this. Oh, I was too ambitious. I will let him face Cam Collier. It's it to second. Second for 1. First for 2. Shane Baz, ladies and gentlemen, pitching like an all-star. Like literally. Like in this, like look at this. He has had 7 straight starts, 6 of which went 6 innings, all of them 2 runs or less. Electric stuff from our starter. And now, folks, it's time for David Lumpkins to make his MLB debut. And Jock Peterson hits the ball over Mike Zook's head for a double. Welcome to the show, kid. And he gets Will Smith. Is this the guy that was an extreme fly ball? No. Okay. Who is the extreme fly ball guy I have? I need to find him. He seems like an extreme fly ball pitcher. Can he get Karen Paris? Yes, indeed. Very good. That's all I need from him. Because now I can go Nazir White for the 8th, Breckheimer for the 9th. Come what may. Thank you, Lumpkins. You may sit down. Nazir, I do not have time for your shenanigans. All right, Chanuel grounds out. I might honestly leave Nazir in. We'll see. Nah, I'll keep with my original idea. Breckheimer in for the 9th for the save. Clean as a whistle. What a boring game of baseball. The Angels had 4 hits, 1 walk. We had 7 hits, 2 walks. A total of 4 extra base hits all game. Despicable. Royce Lewis had his 6th error. How many did he have all of last season? 6. Nice. But hey, Mike Zook in his MLB debut, he got a hit. We like to see it. Lumpkins in his MLB debut, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 K, scoreless. We take those. All right. We're going to sim both the finale of the Angels series and then game 1 of the Toronto series, and inevitably cry when the development report is just full of red minuses. Hey, we won 4-3. Meidroth with 3 hits. Jacob Young had a triple. I like that. Jared Jones. God. Having both Jared Jones and Joe Ryan is killing me. Conley early, 2 2/3. Good God. He is a machine. His ERA is down below 2. 282 BABIP, 11 Ks per 9. Put him in the All-Star game. Montgomery gets a hold. Keckering gets save 17. All right. So we tied the series against the Angels. Let me read all of these. Oh, fresh Skyrim put on Duggar. Go. Man, we didn't find out anything new. Fair enough. All right. We shall sim game 1 of the Blue Jays series. Let's see what happens. Only good things, surely. Only good things. If a horse can't eat it, I don't want to play on it. Dick Allen on artificial turf. He's not wrong. We lost. 3-4. Klein pitched okay, but then both Gerst and Montgomery give. Quit. The AI loves pitching Montgomery on back-to-backs in 2 out of 3 days. He does not have the stamina for that game. Gerst also gave up a run. Very sad. Klein did pretty good. Offense did not. It must be said. Must be said. Mendez has cooled off mightily since his red hot start also. All right, development report. Quentin Young's potential. He keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse. It's very sad. The hilarious Mike Byers, who we acquired in the Watanabe deal, is such a fun little prospect. Nothing else too crazy prospect-wise, which I'll take. Jesse Gonzalez's potential has dropped to a 55, which is slightly annoying. Looks like the AI called him up to AAA. I don't quite know if I want him there yet, but why not? See what happens. Okay, 2 quick points of order before I end the episode. 1, first things first, would anyone want Joe Ryan? I assume the answer is no. I just want to check. Okay, so the answer is effectively no. Teams just want to use me to get rid of bad players on their team. JT, buddy, it's time to hang it up. Let's get a little greedy. Would anyone want to give me a prospect for him? No. Okay, so that's that one. What about Jacob Young? He might have a bit more value. I could get 34-year-old Dylan Cease, who has 3 years and $30 million a year essentially left on his deal. Now we're talking. Yeah, so essentially, if we want to trade these guys in anything that's not a salary dump, we're going to have to attach prospects, which, to be fair, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. All right, let me save really quick, even though the game did just save, and look at some stuff. So, overall, I think games this episode went great. I mean, the end of May obviously sucked. June didn't go that bad. Like, not that bad at all. We lost the series to the Astros. We split 2-2 against the Angels. Other than that, we won every series. Had 2 sweeps. Pretty good that. And now we just have July, where we get to dance with the National League. And have this hilarious suspended game right after the All-Star break. So currently, obviously, we're not winning the division unless the Tigers collapse biblically. We're 1.5 games the wild card. However, every team that's not the Rangers, the Yankees, and the Angels are like 2 plus 5 games separates the Cleveland Guardians down here and the Tampa Bay Rays up here. So in any given week, this will just go all topsy turvy. In terms of off stream, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I think we'll just pick up right here. Next episode, we will definitely get to the draft, definitely get past the All-Star break. Probably won't get to the trade deadline next episode. That'd be a lot of games. And I did sim a whole series, which, to be fair, was a sweep. So maybe that's the universe telling me I should sim it more often. But I think for the trade deadline, I think our three biggest decisions are whether or not we trade Jacob Young or do we keep him for the run in. Two is Chase Meidroth, whether or not we move him. I think with Meidroth versus Culpepper, like if I have to compare their stats, which is a little unfair because Meidroth has played so many more games. On balance, I'd rather keep Meidroth than Culpepper, but we'll see. The problem with Meidroth is he's going to make 10 million next year, whereas Culpepper is projected to make 7.5, which for my penny pinching owner isn't nothing. And then the last big decision is just very simply, do we try to move Joe Ryan? And I think I'm saying yes. Like, I think the stamina of a 40 has become a legitimate problem. He has not given me 6 innings since literally the first start of the season. His whip is up, his BABIP is up, Ks are down. I think we just need to move on. Which is a little disappointing. I would have liked him to, stay around for potentially his entire career, but with especially we have so many guys in AAA that need to play. We have a lot of question marks about our rotation next year. I think giving someone like, if I trade him and then get 2 months worth of starts out of Wylan Moss or Grayson Rodriguez or Parker Detmers, that helps a lot. Cantorino got hurt again. I can't take this dude anywhere. I also feel like I should probably trade Grayson Rodriguez at the deadline if I'm not going to promote him, because him in AAA is just kind of silly. Or I could call him up and just be like, "Hey Grayson, you want to see what happens?" Actually, let's just look. Let's just take a gander. Any prospects? Anyone want to give me prospects for Grayson Rodriguez? I mean, he's not bad. He could potentially have 3 elite pitches, one above average one, no movement whatsoever, maybe average control. I don't know about that one. What's the other guy? Ken Langill. Ooh, I like Ken a lot. He is on their 40 man and has not done great at the major league level this season. I don't know. I'll think about it. But that is it for this episode. Overall, the games went well. Obviously, still being under 500 is quite depressing, but I think we're definitely looking better than we were in May. That's for certain. This will be the last stream of the weekend, and then my hope, fingers crossed, is to have back-to-back-to-back streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I doubt that will finish up this season. Actually, no, it definitely won't, but we will get pretty close, I would wager. And then my work schedule becomes an abomination for the eyes of God and man. But that is a problem for future me to find out. So, thank you all for watching. much more successful run of games today as compared to yesterday. We'll pick up here next time with the draft, where we have the third overall pick, and then the ever looming trade deadline. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.